Hey there, guys. Welcome back to the channel. So I had a chance to check out this new film called Bugonia. It's a movie that came out in 2025. I didn't get a chance to see it in theaters at the time, but I had a chance to watch it when they dropped it on Peacock. It's directed by Yorgos Lanthimos, and this is his first time directing the film and the fourth time that he's teamed up with Emma Stone. And also the second time he's teamed up with Jesse Plemons, who is also the main character of the movie along with Emma Stone herself. He directed The Favorite, which I didn't have a chance to see. I want to see that movie. He directed Poor Things that got Emma Stone an Oscar win, which was well deserved, and the movie was fantastic. Then he directed Kinds of Kindness that Jesse Plemons and Emma Stone were starring together in the movie, and a lot of people said that it's the worst that he has directed, and people skipped on it, and nobody ever talked about it ever again. But I haven't seen it. I skipped out it when it came out in theaters. I will eventually check it out of curiosity. Going into Bugonia, you're following with Emma Stone, who is playing a major CEO of a pharmaceutical company who gets kidnapped by two conspiracy theorists led by Jesse Plemons himself. And they are led to believe that she's an alien who wants to destroy the Earth. And they wanted to get her to confess who she is and take them to her mothership before the lunar eclipse. When I saw that first trailer, I was on board. It looks very bold and it just looks like it's going to be an interesting concept to see how this all plays out and seeing how in our world today that any conspiracy theorist would believe anything they read on the internet and they become very fanatics and that they get lost in their own reality and that they're mentally ill and feeding on this BS fantasy. And throughout the whole movie, you're really rooting for Emma Stone's character and you're rooting for her to get out. I mean, it's kind of the concept that's kind of done like this before. And her performance in that movie was absolutely outstanding. Again, she continues to do great, and she was committed to shaving her head off. And the reason why that her character gets her head shaved because they Jesse Plemons and his character and his cousin, his partner, are led to believe that once you shave it off, that you will not be able to contact your own people on your mothership, and that's what they're led to believe. And when you follow Jesse Plemons' character, he's got a lot of backstory that has a lot of character depth, that had a lot of shady stuff that happened to him in his childhood, especially with the mother and all, and the tragedy that he had to go through and what led him down that path. There's going to be a part of you that wants to root for Jesse Plemons' character, even though that we believe that he is a nutcase and that he's just out of his mind, that he's completely misguided. And Jesse Plemons really puts on a convincing performance. Jesse Plemons is becoming one of the major stars in a lot of movies. He's continued to crush it in every movie he's in. Like, I remember him watching the movie that he was in a supporting role called Like Mike. And then his acting went on a ton of level when he was in the final season of Breaking Bad. That's when he became a star at that time when Breaking Bad came out. And that's when he became one of the household names in Hollywood. And he was also fantastic in Civil War. Even when he was not in the movie much, he was great. And he's really come a long way. And I also loved him in Game Night. I thought he was hilarious in that movie. He was one of the scene stealers. And yeah, Jesse Plemons deserves to get an Oscar nomination for Best Supporting Actor. And I don't know if he's nominated. I could be wrong. I'm gonna have to look into it. But at the end of the day, you kind of are led to believe with Emma Stone's character that you're rooting for her to get out of there alive and how she's going to talk her way out of this. And she's going to have to try to convince them that she's not an alien and that I'm not here to destroy the Earth. I may have caused a lot of problems that's destroying our planet and our resources, but I'm not an alien. But then there's parts of the movie where she's going to have to play ball and actually tell them what they want to hear and manipulate them in order to get out of the circumstances. And she does it so well, especially without giving away too much. She gives her like a 2 to 3 minute monologue. And I thought her monologue was absolutely outstanding, very raw, intense with raw emotions, hands down. When you have a director, Yorgos Lanthimos, when it's directed by him, she will shine like 100%. And I could definitely see her winning for Best Actress. I've seen the nomination for Best Actress, and I feel like that Emma Stone is going to steal it. But I could be wrong, but I have a feeling that she will steal that role because she's amazing. I'm a big Emma Stone fan as an actress. I remember her back in the day when she did Superbad, and then she started doing some teen movies, and then she did the Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2, which I thought she was great in those movies. And yeah, she's done, and she was also in La La Land that won her first Oscar. She's come a long way as an actress, and she's amazing, and I would watch any movie she's in. 100%. But the cinematography, I was so impressed with the cinematography. I think this might be the first a movie that he directed that was shot digitally, because I could tell that it was shot digitally, even though it was in a taller form aspect ratio. Because I think that the past films that he might have shot it on film. I don't know. I could be wrong. I'm gonna have to look into it to which camera that he used from his past movies, but the cinematography was killer, especially when you're shooting in wide angle shots. Even some sequences that were shot from side angle, from single shot takes, and especially when you see Emma Stone driving her vehicle throughout the whole movie, and seeing it from a single shot take, and seeing Jesse Plemons riding a bike in a single shot from a front view, and it looked incredible. It's a tracking shot, and it never uses any of the volume, and it never had any green screens. It was done practical, and I thought with the cinematographer, I don't know who did the cinematography, but the cinematographer might be nominated for best cinematography, and I wouldn't be surprised if one of them wins, because it was a beautiful shots that they filmed. From a tracking shot, from a single take, from running sequences, the bike riding, and the car ride. Brilliant, beautiful. I love how vibrant it looked, and I love the music score, that it became more operatic section style. It became more orchestra. Even when there's some quiet moments, the music kicks in like dun 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 dun. When you get to the ending of the movie, the plot twist, he pulls the M. Night Shyamalan style twist. And there's going to be some of you that are to be very upset about the plot twist, and there are going to be some of you who thought it was a brilliant plot twist. I'm, for one, a little bit in the middle. I feel like if I watch it again, then I might see things differently, and I might feel things differently about the ending of the movie, and I definitely understood why, because I had to rewatch that ending again and again. Because once you watch that ending, you're going to be compelled to want to rewatch that film again and see it from a different perspective. And it completely makes your head spin and it catches you off guard in the biggest WTF moment in one of any movie history. And it's not the first time that some directors pull something like that before, because I've seen a couple of movies been done like that before, where you think that is happening one way, but at the time you get to the end of the movie, it completely flips the script. But anyway, this is definitely one of the best films in 2025. I'm glad that this movie got nominated for Best Picture. Would I pick this one to win? No. Would I encourage you to watch this movie? Absolutely. If you have Peacock, definitely go and watch it. I highly recommend it. If you love his work, you're probably going to love Bugonia. I'm going to give this movie a 9.5 out of 10. But anyway, thank you guys for watching my video. What did you think of this movie? Did you love it? Or were you someone out there that thought this movie was not for you? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you like this review, make sure you give it a thumbs up, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I recently reached 500 subscribers. My goal is to reach 1K. Help me get there. I would really appreciate it. And I would appreciate your support. If you want to follow my social media links like TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter, click the link tree in the description down below. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have a great day, great evening, wherever you're from, and stay tuned for more of my content.